Welcome back to the artist always known as Alejandro. It's me, Alejandro. And been drawing a lot of character sketches. Fine to appease thee with those, but you know what? I've been doing a lot of writing, so I'm putting a lot of my time and effort into that. Still want to churn out sketch videos every week. I know I don't get that many views, but it's okay. Is okay. eh, Still committing to do these, at least for a year. A few weeks, that'll be a year that I started this. The characters take a lot of time, and I don't want to spend too much time doing that. I really want to concentrate on my writing, because that will lead to me doing the comic book stories I've been telling you about with Fight to Save the Universe. Title still pending. Got it? Whee! I hope so. Anywho, this week I'm gonna try. Not try. I am going to draw a horse. A horse's head. I have a horse. Her name is Angel. Had her since 2012. I figured let's draw a horse. Never done an animal before. I've done a werewolf, and a superpowered cat, of course. Meow meow. But not a realistic looking horse. So let's break it down. I have a picture of my horse I'm looking at. I'm going to do the side profile. So I don't know, using our methods, let's see. Well, with a horse, I would start with a big circle. We're going to use the pencil layer first. Maybe not too big. When you see a horse's face, there's this very rounded part, like, oh, it's really kind of their cheek. Well, we can start there. Now we know a horse also has their nose. It comes out. If you want to turn it this way so you know what you're doing, just make this little kind of rounded rectangle here. And then you can even do this because they have their chin. And we'll make that come up here too. Make this a little bigger. Just a basic shape of that. I don't want to make it too big because I want room for the ears. See, it kind of goes up there. You don't have to keep going back and forth, Poppy. I know. I just like to do that point. And the ear on the other side will be smaller. So a horse's head goes straight into their neck. The neck is all the way going to where it starts going to the saddle area. This is actually called the withers. Their shoulder blade is called the withers. And kind of, this is a good guide because this cheek part leads right into the neck part. Now, you may think you want to go this way, but if you look at a horse, it goes this way because it's going into the front part where their legs will be. I want to shrink this down a little bit, actually. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. Move it over. I think I really want to focus on the head. So we're going to make that a little larger here. We're just going to focus mainly on the head. We'll have some of the neck. That's important. There we go. Make it bigger. Alright, we did our pencil layer there. Where would the eye fall? Well, almost like with humans, the center here will be where the eye is, except the eye will be closer to there because the horse's eyes are on either side of their head. They don't look straight forward. They can, but it's different. I mean, they can. Obviously, they race. They have better peripherals because they can see to the side better. But the same principle works here. That their eye would be more to the front, though, like around here. And then their nose would be somewhere here. I'm gonna draw a line there. I want to be technical. Actually, with my horse, she had a lot more. Seemed to have a lot more of this the way she was standing. But anyhow, meow. There's our little basic shapes. So we have this crazy shape. And yeah, that's all nice and good, but what about the horse? Okay, well, let's use it as a guide. We'll fade it out so it's kind of like you're going to trace and start doing it. So we go back to our, make it black. I'm going to still use the brush. I still like using the brush. We'll bump this one up to 6. Brush size, still using the round mixing brush. So let's look at our horse. That's a wide shot. It's the head. So I'm going to tilt a little. Start with the head. Now, in a strange way, this is kind of, these parts still kind of just, let's make it even bigger. I'm going to go to 8. Something like the forehead, it goes almost straight down. Really, if you look at a horse from that angle, it almost goes straight down. Actually, I think I could. And then they have their lips. But you know their teeth go all the way back. But you see a horse's mouth, it kind of just stops right here. I'm going to give it a little smile. Horses don't smile. And then the bottom lip. Our horse has a very cute bottom lip. It kind of droops and she has this little gap. It's the cutest thing. And then you're going to go straight up and stop. Well, this cheek will start right about here, just like we have it, leading into the neck. I like to give a little bit more, because when you look at a horse, you do see that detail of the cheek kind of going up right into there. And then you can, I'm looking at my picture of my horse. She has just this little arch that goes down into her neck. Moving up to the top. This can, it kind of goes up and then starts coming back here. Looking at her, it's just one long piece. On the side profile, you don't really see her nostril, but we'll just put something here for now. It's just something like that. And our eye. And the horse's eye, you can do this way. And my horse's, her eye was really close to here, towards the edge. There's even like a little bit of a, from where her eye line is, a little bit of that going on. And her eye pretty much, the iris covers just about everything. Do that. Make sure you save. If you kind of follow this line, actually if you follow the back of the eye here, go at an angle, that's where your ear would start, kind of right about up here. My horse has a little bit of a curve here. And it's funny, she gets upset, the ears go back. Something gets her attention, the ears go straight up. One's going to be smaller. Well, our horse is a Morgan. They say she's a mix of a Morgan and a quarter horse. I've been told, look, also mixed in there's an Appaloosa. I'm not sure. She was a rescue. She was found in a junkyard with 4 other horses. So sad that people do this, leave these beautiful animals to rot. What a shame. But thankfully, My wife was volunteering with a horse rescue and rescued all of them. And our horse, our future horse, was very skinny. You could see her ribs. Terrible. But she bonded with my wife, and once she was a healthy weight, we got her. They gave her to us. Back in 2012. Back in 2012, yes. It was a glorious day. It was right near my wife's birthday, so we always say that was her greatest birthday gift ever. Alright, we can erase. Whoa! Let's not do that. Okay. Whatever that means. Now, the mane. Horses have their little bangs. Hers kind of just comes like this way. I'm going to Alexify them, give them a little more comic booky feel. Now, in the picture I have, my wife did her, my horse's mane in braids. I'm not going to attempt that. But we have her mane lying on this side here, her right side. So it's going to come over, and then we'll just start doing her mane drooping over. In the summertime, she also buzz cuts her. It's kind of funny. And you could just kind of do this. I don't like to draw the lines going all the way down. If that's your thing, maybe. You know me, I kind of like the separation, and then I add my own thing later on. I will actually do a little bit of this stuff here to kind of give it a little more dimension. It's not going to just be flat, because the mane will be a little higher than the actual line of where her main fur line is. Fur line. You just kind of come down at an angle. If you go straight up, it's going to be like that. So you kind of have to go with the flow of the neck. You can do a long one, but I like to do these little short bursts. You need to go back and forth, that's fine. It's fun brushing that mane. Alright, this is the full. Let's straighten this. Let's see how she looks. Getting a little tweaks here. Kind of revise the horse a little bit. Just wanted to make her, I think I want to do more with her fur here. The mane near her face. Oh, it just seems kind of blah, you know? There we go. I know I could add just just add a little more. Remember what my friend said, do it till it can't be done. There we go. Did a little fine tuning here. Looking at the shape, the snout does get this little bit of a hump, but it goes down here. I think I had it too much of a down angle. You kind of have to look at a horse's, the angle goes this way. No, I even measured it mathematically. And there we go, added our mane. Let's just add the detail to her ears. Just a little. And her ears are very sensitive, I guess, sometimes. Our girl. And add a little bit of fur here. This one's can be turned out that way. They normally have it. Well, they do have a little bit of a. I'm going to give her a little bit of this. That's so wild. I just never thought I would own a horse. I didn't even think it'd be a possibility to own a horse. We've got her for what, like 14 years. You say it like that, it just doesn't seem possible. Now, if we want to Alexify this, we can. Let's just say we do their little details. Well, so let's go down a little bit. We could add this nice little. When I draw horses, I tend to do this. Now, I did draw Meow Meow and the Great Horse Rescue. My horses are more cartoony. Well, I wanted to do this one as realistic as I could. Hold on. Yeah, a little shading there. No, I don't want that one. Add some. Now for this, I'm not going to go to separate layers. For the mane, it's fine. Just a very simple sketch for a horsey. The mane, we'll add some lines here. Just a little bit of a, kind of creating this through line. And it's what the color of our horse is this roan color. It's like a black brown. And her mane, depending when the sun hits it, can have almost like a beige tint to it. She is getting a little gray. It's hard to imagine. She is in her 30s, but horses can live for a while. That neckline, she's going to have some serious neck muscles because she's a big animal. Maybe I should do more mane this way. Yeah, let's do some more mane this way. Just make it thicker again. I don't like that it's... There we go. Let's see how that looks. Best things about digital is you can erase stuff. I'm gonna just fill in her. Well, let's do it. Let's do it how we normally do it. Make it a layer below, because you can't fill in a vector layer, but you can do it with this. I'm gonna go do this and just add a little bit of my There we go, just to give it a little something, something. Don't make it so stale, you know? So keeping a detail layer in this, all in the same layer. Why not? I'm just going to add some of this too. And of course, we're going to erase what we don't need. Get rid of that. Like that. There we go. Use your vector eraser and it just gets rid of all the lines you don't need. One swipe. Same thing with this area. It's going to be a little more difficult because I have lines intersecting here. It's like a mock piece. Oh. Yes, I'm quoting Spinal Tap. I can do that because I am me. And you're you. If you want to quote a line, you do it. Seabiscuit line? I don't know. He made me better. You made me better. Maybe watch horse movies? We love Seabiscuit. We do enjoy Dreamer. It's an early 2000s movie with Dakota Fanning. And they got their horse Sonyador. Went to the Breeders' Cup. It's a good family movie too. Family coming together because of a horse. Even Secretariat's a good one. I learned a lot. You know, the sacrifices and the things people go through to make these things a reality, or just they see something that someone else, they see something in you that even you didn't see. Saw something in the horse that no one else saw. They are quite amazing animals. They don't really make sounds. Art she does her when she's going to get fed her pellets. That's her little sound. But I've never heard her do the full whiny. Just not that type of gal, I guess. I want to put some kind of background. Maybe I'll just do the full-on spray paint. Just kind of do this. Make it big. Kind of frame her in there. There we go. So it's just not this. Ooh. Well, let me just go to a layer here. It's not in the same vector layer. Just, make this just a static canvas. Almost make it. There we go. Darken the edges a little bit. Down towards an old-time movie. There you go. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. There's your horsey drawing. A horse head from the side. I Alexified it. You can ify it your way. Of course, that's what this is all about. Just having fun drawing, right? That's what it's all about. And yeah, I figured I'd draw a horse for you. Nice little simple idea. It does take some time, as always, but you need to draw a horse head. This is kind of a good guide for you. So, hope this was fun and you enjoyed my little stories about my angel. She's such a good horsey. Love her to death. She's such a wonderful part of the family. And if you have any horsies, I'd love to swap horse stories. It's a wonderful, calming animal to be around. So I thank you for joining me on this little gallop down this sketching path with this horse drawing, and I will see you on the next video. And like and subscribe. Give me lots of views. I appreciate it. Share your artwork with me if you'd like, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, keep creating.